Okay, so now we're doing something a little more traditional, if you can call a movie about a possessed doll traditional. Today it seems like a pretty hokey idea, and usually possessed dolls in movies are just ridiculous. But in the 80s, this was pretty effective for people who own dolls. Just like how Jaws made people fear the water, Child's Play made kids afraid of the toy stores. And it takes real talent to do that with a movie about a lovable child's toy that kills people. The movie's about Charles Barkley, a young kid whose mom buys him a good guy doll. This is one of those toys that every kid has to have.
Johnny's gonna get one, and so is everybody else I know. Whoever doesn't is gonna be a real loser.
So naturally, the mom goes everywhere trying to find one. Eventually, she buys one from a homeless guy in the slums. So not only does she buy her son a killer doll, but she buys it from the bad side of town. Nice parenting, lady.
How do we know the damn thing isn't stolen, huh?
Steal this!
The thrills start up when Andy's babysitter gets pushed out a window and, get this, little Andy becomes the prime suspect. It gets even weirder when the lead detective, Mike, finds shoe prints in a trail of flour that match those on his good guy doll.
What are you implying?
I don't know. What would Andy be doing up on the counter, right? Besides, I already checked his closet. None of his shoes match these prints.
Andy swears up and down that it was Chucky, the name of his doll, that killed the babysitter. And to prove his point, he actually uses Chucky's language.
He said Aunt Maggie was a real bitch and got what she deserved.
Of course, no one believes him, and his mother now fears for her son's sanity. As she should. The first time we see the doll actually move, it's just creepy. We only see his feet at first, and then we get the shot of him talking, and I have to say, for 1988, it's done really well. For a film like this, you do have to suspend disbelief. It's a doll that walks and talks. But honestly, it's as good of a job as they could have done animating a talking, murdering doll. It's pretty suspenseful, and it works. This doll had everyone shitting themselves. Of course, you can't have believable characters without a good performance, and we have Lord of the Rings' Brad Dourif to thank for this. We only see him at the beginning of the movie, but his vocal performance is what adds credibility to the doll.
I didn't think anybody could hurt me. But last night I got shot. You know something? It hurt. It hurt like a son of a bitch. It even bled.
If they just got some random British guy off the street to do it, the movement alone just wouldn't work. It's a good blend of puppeteering and talent that really makes it all believable. We find out that Chucky is actually possessed by the spirit of Charles Lee Ray, a serial killer that Mike kills at the opening of the film. There's a supernatural element where Chucky goes to visit a witch doctor who originally taught Chucky the secret of soul transference between living tissue and an inanimate object. When Chucky realizes he can still get wounded, he realizes he needs to find a human body before he gets trapped inside of the doll permanently. By this time, the mom finds out the doll's secret when she takes out its batteries, and the thing's still talking. It's a pretty eventful climax and a little cliche. I love when they decapitate the doll and it still comes toward them like a deformed robot, almost like the Terminator. That image of Chucky when he's all charbroiled is probably the scariest thing about the movie, and I love his last line.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
I have to say, for a movie about a possessed doll that kills people, it's pretty creepy. Or at least as creepy as a movie about a possessed murdering doll can get. Again, the idea is hokey. It's one of those films where you expect cheesiness and you get something that's pretty special. Don't get me wrong, it still falls in the slasher category, and the sequels are nowhere near as good. But again, what makes it work is the level of mystery. We aren't dealing with a flesh and blood killer that you can simply shoot. Not just once, anyway. Parts of it are ridiculous, of course, but it's also a film that's full of grit and shadow. It's a pretty real-looking film, so it's got a high creep factor. The rewatch value is high for me, and it's always an entertaining film for this time of year.
You hear that, you son of a bitch? I'm gonna get you for it! I'm gonna get you!
Look, George. Some child left their doll in the elevator.
Now leave it alone. Whoever left it there will come back looking for it.
Ugly doll.
Fuck you.